r/AskReddit. What's an IRL version of a level 1 bad guy? Anti-vaxxers. Uses false information and obscure beliefs in an attempt to kill people in great quantities, but are at level 1 because they've been proven wrong so many times, combined with their lack successful offspring that survive childhood and teenage years to reproduce and spread their idiotically ideas. They're only threatening in large groups/quantities, or if you have a newborn without vaccines and you're in contact of an anti-vaxxer's child who has a illness. The gang member that kept tagging the Walmart bathroom during the summer I worked there. Brew, the place reeked of piss, the toilets were always backed up, and there was water everywhere. And yet you still felt the need to put up gang signs all over the walls and inside the shoddy stalls. The people working in the butcher department/produce department that saw the first free sample you took, and their sheer presence prevents you from going back for seconds. The person who stops for you and gives you the wave of death when you're waiting to cross a multi-lane street and the other lanes are not stopping, and this dum-dum waits and waits for you to go and keeps waving you to go when you can't, and then gives you the finger and screeches off because you didn't accept their totally selfless and amazing gesture. People at the shops who have no spatial awareness and stop to have a convo in the middle of a bottleneck or thoroughfare. Oh, don't worry Karen, I'll just go around you with my full trolley while your kid swings his fricking legs around the place and I have to stop-start in order to not run the cunt over. You haven't seen Karen in ages, we'll chill while you two catch up. One time I was at the shop when somebody stole my wallet. I knew who it was because he had it and ran, but when he ran his glasses fell, so I picked them up and shouted, "I have your glasses." He then ran to the security guard and said that I had stolen his glasses. That backfired when I already told the guard that he stole my wallet. Never saw him again. The retail employee on bag duty out the front of the department store, who watches you take 4 or 5 steps into the place, forget what you wanted and turn around to leave, and then asks you to show them your bag. There are a lot of bad driver, first level bad guys, which made me think of an awesome game idea, Idiots in Cars. The point of the game would be to just make it to your destination alive, and on time. Level 1 baddies would be people who slow and go stop signs even though you were both there at the same time, or drive with their brights on, preventing you from seeing other things in the rear view. As the game goes on, it would become swervy drunks, overloaded trucks dropping things, etc. The perfect level 1 bad guy is the one that cuts in line. You have to start a confrontation and likely call in assistance from other line goers if you didn't build your character right for fights, or if the rolls aren't going your way. A college kid that hangs out with his friends because of peer pressure and they end up doing, not illegal, bad stuff. And AMP, number X200B. Maybe that would be a higher level IDK. Annoying kindergartners and small children who become overly aggressive. At a camp I battled 4 of them after a game of tag became violent. Felt completely like Thanos being ganged up on and dogpiled. Also the one kid in the jumper, or bouncy house, or whatever you call it, that always want to fight, and if kids agree with him, he never specified any rules, so if you push him he tells his parents. When you look older than you actually are and some 13-year-old prick starts mouthing off thinking you're older than 18 and can't do shat, jokes on you tiny fricker, I'm 17.5 and I'll beat your ass. The first person who cuts you off in traffic when you start driving on your own. That event cues the horn tutorial and you get options for your shout skill tree. +2 anger or anxiety depending your character build. Don't know if it's already been said, but the person who walks just a little bit slower than you in a crowd but still ends up in front of you. Edit a single letter. Kids whose method of bullying was nice shirt/pants/etc. Did your mommy buy that for you? Yeah dude. I'm 6. She's 38 with a career and I just learned how to wipe my ass. I have no buying power. IDK, but in like, 2nd grade there was this kid who scratched the back of his hand until he drew blood in an attempt to prove he had adamantium bones like Wolverine. Pretty sure he's in rehab now. The first mean kid you have ever met that really gets into your head. After you have completed and overcome a problem in life for the first time, just like in a video game, you gain experience and abilities, and you sort of have a touch for dealing with problems once you've dealt with one for the first time and know what it feels like. When you're at a four-way stop, roll up at the same time as another person, proceeding to wave them on. They wave you on back. Bitch, I was being nice. That guy. I was at a train station once and this scrawny guy came up to me and demanded money. I said no. He demanded more forcibly. I laughed and said no. He shouted in exasperation, but I've got no money to get home, and I said, not really my problem. And he stormed off. That was some level 1 mugging skills. The dudes at the gas station who come up to me asking for money to fill their tank because hey, I'm from out of town and the car ran out of gas. Just need to get home. Jesus. Frick. Do not creep up on me like that at the gas station. Not level 1, but the bully that is kinda big while you're a short lanky kid is like the boss you're supposed to lose to. It did not help that I was very passive. Now he is in prison, for unrelated reasons. Mosquitoes. One hit with any melee attack. Lots of them around. In certain parts of the map, world, have like 0.001% of malaria, others have higher due to the environment. Perfect. Kid tries to punch me and take my food, then cried when his hand aches from hitting the bone in my back. Everyone know that if you wanna hurt a man, you need to kick the crotch. That spider all trying to be sneaky and zip across the wall while it thinks I'm not paying attention. I see you in my peripheral vision, you little fricker, and now I sentence you to death for trespassing. That little part of popcorn that gets stuck between your teeth but aren't able to detect where it is, so you're forced to wait for it to randomly get out of there while shifting your tongue back and forth and side to side. -1 HP with extra damage per turn. Reddit posts on nonsense that 5 minutes in you press the back button, and feel surprised for wasting all that time on it. This post is level 99, I spent like 28 minutes thinking this is Reddit at its best. The little bit of liquid on the edge of a container that directs the other liquid to flow down the side of the container and onto the counter instead of in your frickin' glass. A kitten mauling your feet in the morning. Literally one button press and you end their existence. Except it's a mini bad guy you care about and want to take care of, so you humor them. The belligerent ID checker at my work who pretends not to remember me after 5 years, and accuses me of looking shady. Homeboy is the definition of a daily quest. Door-to-door salesman. You don't really have to acknowledge them, but if you do, it's an easy fight. Now Jehovah's Witnesses are a little tougher, a firm frick off is still not enough sometimes. The client's IT who come to you for advice then ignore everything you say and tells the client it was all your fault. These are annoying bosses but are easily defeated with that chain mail of messages you have stored in your backpack. People that stand in walkways by themselves. The first boss is a group of them, and you beat it by getting their attention, but they are always facing away from you, and talking too loudly. The alcoholic threatening to beat you up while not being able to stay on their feet and always swinging to the left/right of you because he's seeing you in doubles. The somewhat aggressive drive who honks as soon as the light turns green when there is one car in front of them, and or the driver in front who throws them the finger for a quick honk. Kindergarten bully. I feel bad for all of the people who are talking about obstacles in life that are way beyond the first level. I'm pretty sure the majority of Reddit has some serious grinding to do if they want to get to their expected level compared to hours played. The guy who parks his car just a little bit too close to yours so that you have to get in on the opposite side of yours and move over the entire FKN inside before you can drive away. People who don't dim their high beams while following someone on the highway at night. Their attacks are extremely weak, but they'll kill someone eventually. Edit, Typos are also level 1 bad guys. That one social nose hair reaching out into freedom, saying hello to the people you encounter. Asterisk HP damage is received when you look into the mirror at the end of the day, remembering that most people were looking at your nose from time to time. In the first year of elementary school, just after the tutorial, there's a kid who won't share the swing and keeps it all recess. And amp, number X200B. Edit, a kind stranger, why don't you shove this silver medal up your arse? Get out a hyena. That bathroom faucet that drips every 10 seconds, or so all night long. Just loud enough so you can hear it. The next night, you're all happy cause you think you've fixed it. Hooray! You begin to drift off. Drip. 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 Guy behind me on the congested highway who goes from the right lane to the merging lane, zips ahead of me, then makes everyone stop so he can squeeze back into the right lane. Thanks for watching this auto-generated video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I upload videos like this one daily. I put a lot of time into developing this video generator, but if there have been errors, please tell me in the comments below. Also leave me a link to another thread you would like to see a video about. Have a great day, Alex.